Hi my loves, thanks for coming today. So this is going to be a reading for all signs. Please take what resonates, leave the what rest for someone else. Alright? We're going to pull you a card for yoga first to find out something that you need to be doing in terms of stretching the mind, stretch the body. We'll go to my other channel. I posted a video on self-sabotage, and then I'll also post another video up. I will probably do it on, because we have Uranus that just moved into Taurus today. Happy Earth Day will be tomorrow, the 22nd. So we have feel this broad strength of the foundation. So this card is implying here of your crossed legs connecting in the twist. Support your head, support your lungs, support your ability to sing. Something about your voice is needing to be, I'm actually feeling like my voice is kind of messed up right now. Like I can't talk. I've been working the last couple of days. So maybe your voice is kind of like, and your breath are definitely connected here. So maybe you need to do breath work. Or maybe you need to see from a different angle or perspective, right? He's looking the other direction. Maybe you need to look to your right? When we're looking forward, we're looking backwards. Looking right means looking to the future, working on your future. Rooted to the earth with a sit-bone tails to the ground as the exhale of the twist. Maybe you need to work on your exhales a little longer, becoming more mindful. This is the seated cross-legged twist, okay guys? All right. So definitely give yourself that pelvis rise, okay? To lengthen your spine. Yeah, so you need to twist in the pull of earth. Maybe things are changing for you, or just they are changing and maybe you're not knowing it, they're changing. Or you're feeling the change inside. Or it's almost like you need change, and this is like the preparation to get to that change. So maybe work on this so more changes happen. The more twists you do, right, I will say, you'll be able to handle uncertainty, but twists are great for cleaning bad juju out of your system, okay, from the night before. So if you practice yoga at all, feel free to do that. We're going to work on here a couple of cards. So just a second here. I'm not going to sit down, but let's find out what messages want to be heard from you for today. Let's see. I had to write down some tags for tarot because I don't know what to tag. I don't know if anyone else is. I think tags are kind of one of the things that we're supposed to be doing, right? Tagging the videos. I don't get a whole lot of viewers, but I think it helps. All right, let's see what we have. What does your person, or what are you feeling that, who's reaching out, right? Maybe there's been no silence. Maybe you have cut someone off, I have a feeling. I'll block them just because you're just like, I don't want to do the same cycle over again with you. Let's see. Let's find out what it wants to say. Keep going. You need to keep going. So if there's something that you're needing to work on, just continue to do that. We have there's setbacks, obstacles, and challenges, loss, grief, and someone's betrayed. So they could be feeling the fact of your loss, and they could also be feeling that you betrayed them, but I think they betrayed you. So maybe they're having abandonment issues and setbacks and obstacles and challenges at this time. I look at it more like this is them because I don't see this as you. So let's see, what other messages do we need to take chances and risks? So you could be offered an opportunity at this time. So do that, right? The more risks we take, the more courage we have, right? Doubt, say yes or say no. So you could be having doubts for something, and this could be doubts in terms of relating to something to do, right? to stay in another relationship or to go and do a different direction in school, or you're not sure. Maybe you want to reach back out to them. Maybe they reached out to you, but you're doubtful, so that's a no. If you're living on the side of uncertainty, that's why yoga is so important, right? Taking that time out to pause and reflect. So stay true to you, loyal to yourself. So that would be a no, okay? Let's clarify with the regular deck here. I'm kind of doing the standing up because, yeah, breathing and talking seem to be really hard today. Maybe somebody writes one words to you. I don't know. Maybe it's just a hi or a, something that they breadcrumbed you, or you kind of need a timeout, right? Let's clarify with the cards. Hopefully this is going to be some messages that you need to hear for today. I haven't done a reading, so. Okay, we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, we can't. There's some disputes, loneliness, and instability. So it looks like this person. So the Ten of Pentacles is like, you are not having any setbacks, but I think this person is. And they're stuck, okay? If you're the cross watcher, okay, I'm sorry. But you're very stuck, or someone's stuck in some financial issues badly. Not good. And this could be trying to pay off debt that you still haven't done, or wanting to reach to your ultimate success and you're not there. Or if this is a relationship, it's not lucky right now, right? Especially if it would have been with this person, it would have held you back. Financially, they could have been a taker of resources. They could have been one of those cheapskates and one of those types of people that, money manipulator is a man. I don't know. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups, moodiness, and jealousy. So yeah, somebody's mood is bad. They're immature. They're young. They are not. Their fake charm is more like status manipulation, right? They are not putting anything into action at this time. Yeah. And if this is you, I would say that right now you can't take any action due to financial setbacks. So you could read it both ways. Next card is the Page of Wands. Ooh, lack of direction, lack of success, and pessimism. This is a reversal. So somebody needs to either A, get moving and taking action in their lives. Maybe you've been having a hard time. I know with other astrologers, with Ablas Roland talks about this. And what's the problem? Habits. It's habits. He specified in the astrology. So if you go back, watch one of his videos for April, this, I believe it's the 19th or the 22nd. He's talking about if you change your habits, you'll have that success. So you're not having enough push in your life, right? Now, if this was a younger person, they're not succeeding. They have no direction and they're very, very bad juju with they're pessimistic. So they could have been they don't like your light. So they could have messed with you. They're very young, immature. They only get young people too. With Knight and Pages, they can only talk to younger people like 20 something, right? If they're in their 30s, 40s, maybe you were older, okay? Because I see that. And yeah, Eight of Wands, speed, travel. So this is talking about you or having past struggles. You're moving forward, and this is good. So that means you're not going back to the past. You're not taking them into consideration. They were not good. They were shysters. Whoever that was, they were going to try and grab some financial money from you. And maybe you cut them off, but you know what? You were already grateful. And you would have done it the same way, right? Even if you went through the same routine with another person, you would have done it the same way because you're an empress. But this is also saying that you may need to enter a busy period right now. And you need to not rush too quickly. So whether it's planning a trip, something like that, maybe you need to move that trip, right? If it's for the summer to visit family, something like that. Or rushing a business. You can't rush something. It takes 3 years for a business to actually be established. So it makes it another year, right? And then it gets determined whether the business will stay, depending on the hiring and the people and how well the financial background's doing. All right? We have the Page of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. This guy's person or man or woman's immature. Lack of commitment, complacency. Yeah, I knew it. So this person is saying, or this card is saying that they don't have any dreams. They have no goals. They have no aspirations. They've missed an opportunity with you. Yeah, that's a no for that person. That's younger than you because they came up as a knight, a page, and then a page again. Okay, so 2 pages. So you could have another younger person as well that you're into, but that's a no. At least right now, they're not ready. So if that's a second person that's younger that you really actually do like, then it's a no. They could be younger. You got a King of Swords. So you have, there's like 3 people here. This is a King of Swords. This is you calling shots. If you have a lot of air in your chart, this is Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, you could be connecting to somebody who has that energy or leadership in terms of the law and order. Somebody who sees fairness and justice and making decisions with a clear mind. This could be that younger person that has that King of Swords, right? They're very stable in their mind. And if it's not, that's probably why you feel connected more to a person who's an air sign at this time. If it's a male, because maybe you're also could have a lot of air in your chart. But the answer is maybe. So if this is a relationship, it's maybe. But this King of Swords is calling truth and bullshit on that person. Like, no, that's not fair. You did me wrong. You did me dirty. Why should I come back? Right? So that's why this card is here. You're logical about the fact that this person is, I'll make the decision for you and just cut you right off. Now, this is also saying, too, that you need a job in leadership. So there's got to be fairness, right, where you work. And, you know, maybe you're the one that calls the shots here, or you need a position where you are a leader, like a manager position. Maybe you need to switch your position. Okay. King of Swords. Also with the King, I feel like you hold that energy. All right. We have the Star card in reverse. Wow, a lot of reverse. Pessimism, arrogance, and impotence. Whew. No hope it is talking about. So you've already suffered some challenges. So right now this is about limiting beliefs. You need to realize that that's the core essence of who you are and what's held you back. So if you're lacking hope right now, what do people always want? Why they watch tarot videos, or why they need to have, people in their life, right? There's attention whores, right? They lack hope. They lack that hope, optimism, right? Some people need that to keep them in check. I know that internal validation clock that we all have, that some people are more able to tap into than others. And this is saying that that person lacked hope, and you provided that hope to that younger person if you are the older person here, or just mature. And you're more mature than them. So yeah, they lack some maturity, and you gave them hope because of the Star, and now their hope is gone. They were vicariously living through you, almost like siphoning your energy. My goodness, we have a lot of reversal. 7 of Pentacles, wasted efforts, limited success. Okay, remember, nothing is a waste of success or limited success. So you could feel that you're limited right now in your success due to some obstacles or finances if it is you. But the 7 of Pentacles is also saying, just because I lack money, I don't lack the hope. Okay? So you can turn that around right now. And if you are lacking where you feel that you have wasted your efforts, this is actually saying you actually have to look at where you're investing your time and your effort. That's the habits that is needed here. Okay? Two of Swords. This is about being stuck with a difficult decision. Right now you may need to move. Maybe that's why there's some traveling or swift travel. Maybe you need to make a decision. Okay, but only you have this information to rebalance yourself, to find something. Because stalemate is like, you're at a stalemate. You're fine where you're at. You're comfortable. Although if you move, you may have more options. We did have take a risk. But I think that there's a part of you here that this person, whoever was the past person, did not take the risk, and now they're actually feeling the loss, the hopelessness that you're gone. Right? They lack the light that you gave them. But I believe this is also saying lack of action, meaning you're kind of on the fence, okay? One part is great. It's fulfilling in ways where like your bills get paid, but maybe not emotionally fulfilling for you. And you may want to move. You don't like your location, but you do have a job. Where you might go, you may not. So you may not think you'll get a job, or you've tried too many times in another area and you're like, I don't want to go around again and try this over one more time, or leave a situation, I'll end up back where I'm at. So Two of Swords is kind of like stalemate, right? Like, what do I do? Do I do this blindly? Let's clarify that card. Strength. Yeah, you're lacking some doubt, self-doubt. All right, and that's what that person's could be lacking too. They were lacking strength, and this is saying right now you need to be strong. Now, if this is getting geared towards that person, they were very abused in their power, and they lacked strength, inner strength, and this is what you have, okay? So if I'm reading for the other party or a person that's in your life, right, even if it's the other person that's in here as well, the King of Swords, they need to have some strength, right? And this is saying that it's also about the Chariot is moving through overcoming difficulties, right? So your vessel, your body needs to be taken care of right now. So making your body strong is going to be key. If you're going to make a move, wherever that is, cross country or not, even if it's with another person. So either way you can look at it. Strength goes, from the past person, but it's also right now, so in the present moment. So focusing on what areas of where you're strong. What's going to make you stronger? Is it eliminating poor choices, eating, taking medicines that you might not need to take, working on your health, maybe working on running every day, or doing some athletic energy, workouts at home? Yeah. All right, I'm going to pull you a couple more. Okay, debt. Unequal charity and selfishness. Okay, so you could be in a situation, if you're with someone right now, it's not equal. And I think you know it, and that's why you could be at a crossroads or a stalemate. But it wasn't equal with the other person either. So you seem to be attracting people who are not very generous and are selfish. All right? This is also saying, too, that the more generous you are with your time, the more money you will have, right? With other people, more attention. Attention is currency, right? So you're not able to give right now at this time, and that's not a bad thing. It just means like certain times of the year we can give, right? So it's just about taking care of yourself, and a relationship is on give and take. Monetary or not, they probably could use financial abuse here, or gifts, right, as a way of charming, maybe using that as the generous side, and it's not working anymore because it's in a reversal. Remember, when somebody gives, it's giving from the heart, right? It's not a sacrifice thing. And I'll touch on the part of love here in another video. I'll do a love reading specifically. But this is also saying with the Six of Pentacles, you're You could have been too generous in the past with your time, and now you're not, which is good. Okay, 5 of Cups. So, all right, you could have some disappointment going on, or somebody else's that you know, loss, grief, or bereavement. You need to let go, whatever that is. All right, there is still hope for the 2 of Cups. So if you think you need to forgive yourself and learn from the past, if you think that you have lost out on love right now, then you are literally dead. Okay, because love comes in your 60s, 70s, 80s. So if you're 20s and your 30s, hey, you know, who cares, right? 40s, 50s, maybe you'll meet someone when you're 70. I don't know. You never know. The gods above have a plan, and it says you think that things aren't going according to plan. So if you've experienced a loss, now this can also be a loss to a loved one. I'm sorry if that's happened, but this could also be a love towards a belief system, a narrative, something that you think, walking down an aisle, being married, is the thing. But there's so many forms of love, right, we can do. We don't have to do this, societal type of love, right? I mean, marriage is in the heart. In other words, love is in the heart. So you don't have to sign a paper. You don't have to, it's all man-made. Think of it like, you know what? This is you giving yourself, maybe you have feelings that you've lost yourself. Maybe you could, right, for 5 years, because the relationship X was so traumatic. But this is also saying you need to move forward and let go of the past. So you could be doing that right now. I'm going to give you one more card. We have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, okay, last card. You're going to have a breakthrough here this coming up a week. I know mid-May they talk about it, especially for some Libras. If you're a Libra, inspiration, enthusiasm. This is the card of the green light to start your ambitions and projects, to take the steps, the first steps. Ace is about beginnings. Wands are about you feeling inspired to take some action in your life, whether it's to change your job, whether it's to think about moving somewhere and putting the step into action. Maybe you just need to save a little bit of money each time for another 4 years. Maybe you need to keep posting a video out. Maybe you need to, work on your health and get down to your pant size. Every single day, do something, right, that's going to prepare you. And make sure you write that down. If that's the goal, it's got to be really tangible and small for you to achieve this outcome. And it can take people up, for videos, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Those astrologers on there, some of them been on there 5, 6, 7 years for them to reach 10,000 views or a lot more. So this is just saying, don't get distraught that things don't happen right away. All right? This is you achieving your first, okay? And then I'm going to pull, sorry, I have like sinus infection from the kids at school, I think. I really believe it. I'm going to pull John Howland. Here, that didn't even shuffle. Sorry, these cards are so big. All right, just a minute. Yeah, my videos, please like, share, and let other people know about my channel. I'll try to post up when I can. So you never know what you'll get. But I have a feeling there's a person that's missing you, and you left them. You left them to their own devices, their own self-destruction, their own games. I think they were playing a game with you for you to chase them. It was a power, and then they wouldn't get back to you. And they use people like that. That's kind of like the narcissistic supply, right? You could just have all selfish people around you. We had a lot of negatives, all right? So when you have a lot of negative cards like that in that reversal, you've been through it, okay? The ringer with people. But because of the Ace of Wands, it's like, you know what? You need to do you and what's going to make you happy to create that fire back and create some money. Because I want to clarify the 5 of Cups, so let's do that. Yep. So temptation is not going to get the best of you. If that person's trying to come back, say no. You're working on something you're trying to get rid of, an attachment, a mindset, a belief, a person, or something that's related to tempting. Now, they could be tempting you right now with text messages, but I have a feeling this is more like you're not going to be tempted. You're not by anybody at this time. okay? Your mind frame is changing, how you see yourself. You're seeing yourself in a more of like you're mastering your inner conversations. You're living in your own truth. You're basically on track, right? So, yeah, let no source here make the decisions for you. You know, trusting yourself, right? Knowing that things can get done by you and for you because the universe has you. And I think you need to stay in that mindset. Like the more people that, you know, are rooting for you, right? Your ancestors, knowing that you can accomplish anything right now is going to be key. Because we have the root chakra 1. Don't be tempted by sex, lovers, anything, people. I know it's important, but still, number 1 is also saying start that beginning. And it's going to start here. Now, this could be doing something with that base chakra, the sacral chakra. This is like the sexual desire, passion. So don't be tempted by that, but use that passion and turn it into power to create something. Right? We mostly do that, right? If we've had a lot of people in our life that have screwed us over, you know, turn the pain into power kind of thing. Maybe you need to write a book on it. Maybe this has to do something with attachments or sexual issues or something revolving around that, or you have had a lot of issues where it has caused you to lose out on your financial, like it's self-sabotaged you. The people that were in your life that attached to you could have self-sabotaged you, right, from creating your Ace of Wands. You've had a lot of setbacks, that's for sure. Okay. 3, you need to go out and party. I mean, no drinking, but just saying this is like rejoice and celebrate. 3. So 3 people that you are connected to right now, maybe you have some friends that you need to go out with. So celebrating is going to be really important during this period. And you might need that right now, right? That connection together. I'll read that card for you. Oops, I'm whipping stuff around here. So 3. Yeah, I wanted to clarify that. So if you haven't been going out, this is reminding you that it can't be all work, all right? And then also with the sacral chakra, this is about your ovaries, all right, for women. And this is I want. So something that you want. You need to focus on the color orange, or eat more oranges, or orange fruits, or orange carrots, or this is the 2nd chakra located 2 fingers below your navel. This is your emotions, desires, creativity, and sexuality. You need to be using this color with that safe dancing, and could help that. Dance. So something in dance. Maybe you need to start a dance company, dance videos, or you need to go dance, like do ecstatic dancing. I know in Portland they do ecstatic dancing with people. It's the community, and 3 is community, and then 3 is about what is 3 about? Growth. Let me see. Oh, this is let's read this one. 3 is here. Let me read you 3. Just a minute. I can never find this one. I'm telling you. Okay. Oh, wait. This one. Sorry, guys. It's like in here. I'm telling you. Just a moment. Yeah, you're doing what you love the most and pursuing your passion. So you need to follow your heart. No limits. What you achieve, you can desire. When the energy of excitement and love is present, you can feel it moving within you. So if you're around other people, that's gonna enable you to create some action in your life. You could actually know somebody right now that's helping you out. Maybe you work with them or not. Somehow love shows like that connectedness, right? 3 is unity. Rejoicing, gratitude, family members and friends, or even co-workers. Okay, this could be like, you know, calling your brothers, sister, hanging out with family. Maybe there could be a big event coming up, right, that you need to go attend to, or you need to just go and see your folks or see your, you know, family at this time, or you need to go take that trip, right, the end of May to June. So let's see. One more card. All right, this is where I think is important. We got the sacral chakra in reverse. Number 2. I've never had that happen. All right, sacral chakra. All right, so this is interesting. So the base chakra is 1. And so because of the base chakra being 1, this is adrenals. So with this one, sorry, I was confused there. This one is your adrenals, this is red, and this is I have. So knowing that you have enough and you don't need to be tempted by things outside of yourself is going to be very beneficial right now. Red, something red. It could be an Aries, anything like fire signs, heat, you know. This is also your energy center to the base of your spine. So this is about survival, money. So money could be an issue right now. Physical body an issue, safety and shelter. This is what you're worried about. And you're not tempted by that. You're not tempted to have somebody pay for you to live somewhere because you don't have any choice. You're going to try and figure it out. You're like, okay, I can stay here. But, so I think that's where the dilemma is with the Two of Swords. You're not sure because the survival of the money, you know, and safety and shelter are going to be key to making the next steps. I think this is what you're struggling on, is that number 1, I think right now you may feel discontent at this time because of the financial aspects. It's causing you to, maybe you're not inspired where you live, maybe your location, you know, maybe it's too expensive. This is also saying maybe you need to work on focusing on not being tempted to do something that's going to, you know, have issues around safety or money, shelter, I don't know, something around that, right? Like do bad things, I don't know. But the sacral chakra here in reverse, let's call it like, so this has a lot to do with celebration. So let's see, we had the sacral chakra, so don't be, but the sacral chakra here is in a reversal. You need to ask for what you want. That's going to be your key. That's based upon your emotions, desires, creativity, and sexuality, because you need to get to your survival of finances. Yeah. But don't be tempted, you know. Trying to, like, if say somebody wants to, you know, oh, you can live here, but then there's like all these motives, you know. You gotta be careful at this time. Okay, let's pull you an animal. I'm gonna pull you an animal card. Clarify the last message. Am I still rolling? I am. Surprisingly, I wasn't sure. Sometimes I lost a lot of storage, so let's see. Thank you all so much for being here. Magic works through you. Scrap Beetle Spirit 52. 52. I think this card is implying that in ancient Egypt, this is about, you need to let it's about infinite potential, right? And you need to have the courage because you can't have that potential. And you can't have love if you're not reaching your highest potential right now. So this is about you creating an ally with time. So how are you using your time? Something new. You need to, okay, so something about repurposing for the old, how you're channeling energy. Optimism is here for you. Okay, miracles, opportunities. So this is about don't doubting yourself right now. You need to be original. Authenticity is key this next couple years. Just being creative, out of the box, right? We don't want to be like everyone else. All right, so if you do what you've always done, you're going to get always the same results. So drawing your inspiration onto something new without judgment. Say, okay, I don't want to do this because it's not going to produce, you know, anything, but I like it. Keep doing that, please. Creativity and magic are going to be your legacy, and it's flowing through you. So whether it's just knitting, I don't know. It just feels like I need more cards to clarify today, but we'll do another reading. Kind of think that you're in this sense of, you know, if I do this with the two of cups, then I can't achieve. This has a lot to do with confidence and self-esteem and knowing your power and worth. And I think you were tempted in the past by people who you thought were bigger than you or powerful than you. And now your mind frame has been changing because you could be celebrating with other people and that's helping you. Okay, so keep doing that right now. You do have that Ace of Wands here to start something creative or continue to do what you need to keep doing, because we had keep going as the first card. All right, that is what I have for you. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of the day.